Julie, I believe that you have some information for us. Please take the floor.
Yeah, so this information is divided into sort of two parts. One, John, I believe, is going to talk about a Team Georgia effort that is sort of a continuation of the very successful teams we had just a few weeks ago. So that's sort of a carryover of a more of a group approach. And then there's also going to be other activities you can do that you know, they'll have other people involved. They might have a few Zooms associated with them, but it won't be as sort of a close in sort of a 31st Street group. So let me bring up just a couple slides. And can everybody see those? So, oh, and I should say, this is all for the Senate runoff, nothing else. And you can obviously choose opportunities from either or both. So John, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so one way that 31st Street is planning to help John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock is through phone banking. Adele Dari and I are co-leaders of the Georgia Phone Bank team. We partnered with Flip the West for calls to Alaska and Iowa and found it to be a very effective organization. It provides multiple call sessions with a trainer at each session who will teach new callers how to use their auto dialer, provide information on the Georgia races, and answer questions. We expect to begin calling as a team the week of November 22nd. Dates are not yet set. You can also call on your own with Flip the West at 30 call sessions between now and January 5th. Whichever you choose, please sign up for our team at the link I'll provide in the chat so we can keep you up to date. We'll also offer weekly debrief and chat sessions for team members. Another way to help out is to write postcards. We will have a postcard team led by Joanne Harris. Team members can join a Zoom and chat while writing postcards and can join the weekly debrief chat sessions. I'll also put that link in the chat. Thanks. Over.
Okay, so the second approach offers a menu of options. I'd call them just more self-directed. And they are involving a whole range of other grassroots groups or the Georgia Democratic Party's voter protection team. So the first one is to do an analogous vote by mail application letter writing campaign, just like we did for Pennsylvania voters, 30,000 letters. We may not get to that number ourselves, but we're joining with many other groups under the umbrella offered by Swing Left Greater Boston that have created sort of an industry or industrial strength model for turning out the voter lists that you need for this project. And these are going to send vote by mail applications to Georgia voters. There are so far three Georgia counties. The Democratic committees in those counties are providing the voter lists. These are all Atlantic suburban counties, so it's really a very, very good spot for people to get their applications in the mail. And these letters will include a stamped, addressed envelope so that the voter can just send in the application easily. And I should say all signups for all of these activities are in the Sunday evening email that you all get. There's also signups for remote ballot curing. As you heard Jim describe, this was really, really important in North Carolina, and it has been important in Georgia as well. In fact, they sort of adopted the North Carolina model, and they're going to be carrying that forward for this runoff. There is in-person poll observing, and there's going to be in-person ballot curing. There is no work on the voter assistance hotline. It is already fully staffed. Now, I would say that in general, what Jim said about the groups in Georgia not welcoming people from other states, sort of descending on the state to do in-person work, probably the one exception is in-person poll observing. It really, really helps the local activists if outdoor poll observing positions are taken by out-of-state people, and that leaves and frees up the time of in-state volunteers to do other things. And so if you are interested in that, there's a sign up for in the outside poll observing. And then there's a couple other postcarding projects that have like little niche appeal. One is voter registration postcards sent to recent high school graduates. Another is to send informative postcards to Georgia voters that lay out websites and dates and all. And the reason this appealed to me when I saw it offered is that it's the type of information that You Can Vote offers in a postcard format to North Carolina voters. And when we went down in March and helped on voter registration, we realized how this the sort of capacity of these postcards to provide low information voters who just don't really pay that much attention, a one-stop, card on which they can get informed. It was just really important. So I hope that people will sign up for one or more activities. I think, we're covering as many bases as we think we should. But I would also say if new opportunities come your way, please let us know, because things are going to be moving very quickly. And some of the established, formal communication channels are not going to be as good as the informal networking among activists.
Thank you. So there's links in the chat from John Medallia, and you're going to be getting the Sunday newsletter from Julie tonight. So just keep a lookout for that. Any other questions or comments just about what we're trying to do in terms of volunteering? Susan is asking, what's the source for the list that Flip the West is using? John or Adele, do you know? Or
in the past, for Alaska, where I was leading a team, they did a lot of research and also had some outside assistance in developing it. And then they would meet with other outside groups and divide up the overall list. So Flip the West might do one subset, another group would do another, and so forth. So they do have a target audience, and it probably will change from time to time, and the script will also change over time. Over.
They started about a month ago doing the research into Georgia, collecting the list, and they keep adding and curating, going through the list as they do it, but we don't have exact information.
Right. So that is John Medallia and Adele Dari, and they are the leaders for the Flip the West effort. And Joanne Harris, I'm not sure, Joanne, if you're here, but if you are, you could say hello so people can see you. Haven't.
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, there's Joanne. She is leading the Flip the West postcarding effort. Thank you.